Hi everyone, I'm Anna Peters, art team member for Sam Via, sharing with you today one of our 4 foundations of using in a style to create strength and longevity in our Upstyles. We're going to be creating a really romantic floaty twist that's very soft and full following this braid anchor. So let's get started. So before we start our braids, sometimes the hair is so fine or clean and silky that it's hard to pick up that hair when creating a cornrow like this. So what we like to do is go in with our Sam Via texture iron and just really hit the first 1 to 2 inches of that hair throughout that section of where we will be placing the braid. And so just going in and just really creating a lot of grip and volume through that area is going to make it so much easier to pick up hair and create a nice strong braid for your foundation. Once we have that in place, you're going to just take a section of hair from the front, and this is about a 2-inch wide section, and that's going to depend on the density of your client. And we're just going to place that hair, directing it back, and just going in and just really softly kind of pulling at that hair so it's not so smooth and perfect. Once we have that, I'm going to turn her around so you can see. We're just going to be placing a pin directly into that braid. So grabbing that hair and just sliding that right down into that braid as our anchor. So now that top is really secure. Now this is pretty much what we're doing the entire way down the shape. So here's our braid. This is our blueprint on where we want to move the hair to. So taking hair from each side, twisting it on top of each other, and pinning down into this braid all the way down to the ends. So here we go. We ended on this side, so I'm going to gather loosely with my hands. And it's all about how you hold the hair. I'm trying to create a really full, soft look. So I'm going to be holding the hair very gently in my hands as I go and start to twist. And I'm going to start to pinch and pull this hair as well when I am creating this movement across the head. And I'm constantly just reading how this is laying and the effect that it's going to have on my end result. So here you can see my twist is right now on top of that braid. I'm going to take this pin straight down and slide that right into that twist. There it is. Do you see it hanging out? There's my twist. Now I'm on this side, so I'm going to gather loosely a large amount of hair into my hands, raking my fingers through that. I'm actually going to incorporate this hair into it as well, and I'm going to start twisting that direction towards the braid and just kind of reading how everything's laying and if it's really the look that I'm wanting for this style. So going in, pinching, pulling, and just creating a really frothy kind of finish. There we go. Now here, I'm going to slide this pin right down into that braid. You could see how there's a lot of strength happening right there. And then I'm holding this hair here. I like what I see, so I'm not going to move. And I'm going to take another pin and now slide right back into that braid. That one's not going to go in. Let me twist that a little bit. There we go. All right, let me do one more there. And just sliding those pins right into that braid. Okay, so let me show you where this section is coming from. As you can see from the side view, I'm just taking large sections, and it's really just about how much is in your hand, density-wise, trying to keep it matching on either side, the amount of hair that you're grabbing each time. And that hair is now just moving directly right on top of this braid. So So now moving to this side, same thing, we're going to now rake through with our hands, gathering a large section of hair. Now little things like this, I'm not too fond of. Don't worry too much because this hair is going to sit and move right on top of that. And afterwards, we always are going to be doing a lot of like the final details to make it all come together nicely. So you'll notice I will split my sections up and kind of do a loose rope twist as well if it's not moving just how I'd like it to. Going in with my fingers and just kind of ruching that twist, creating a lot of fullness there for me. And taking a pin, sliding directly down right into that braid at the center. And my hand stays holding this hair exactly how I want it to stay, so that way we don't lose the tension or the twist that we've created. And I don't let go until I know that that twist is holding on tight. Now we can let go, and I'm just gonna be continuing this all the way across, back and forth across the head, following my anchor, which is right here. So if you get lost along the way, just go back to your blueprint and follow right on top of that anchor. All right, so after finishing this look all the way down the braid, all the way to the ends, just really pinning those twists right into that braid, you have this as your end look. And afterwards, I always go back in looking at where there might be a hole or maybe something's too compact, and this is the really fun part because you have that strength at the core. You could go in and really kind of start pulling and creating a little bit more volume where you're wanting to see and frothiness by just kind of pinching and pulling the shape to your liking, to where it's the balance you like and the end result that you and your client are happy with. So this is one of our 4 foundations using the traveling anchor, the braid, as the most strength we could get out of the foundations for this really soft, full, romantic look. But at the core is a whole lot of strength. This style's not going anywhere. She's gonna have a great night, and it has so much softness to it. Once you have these ends in place, you could choose to let that hang down like so, or maybe she wants it all up, just taking that, tucking those ends under, and pinning right into that foundation. Grabbing those ends, placing a grip on those, and then just bringing that all the way around and sliding that right in. And then again, just checking out the balance, making sure it's something you're happy with. So here we have a really soft, romantic look with a lot of strength. And we know by using these anchors as our foundation, in this case, the traveling foundation with the braid at its core, we could get a lot of strength and longevity with our looks. So thanks for watching. I'm Anna Peters, Samvia Art Team member.